that we do.
Texas. I mean, Louisiana. New Orleans. New Orleans. And his talk is called Types of Aliens and Extraterrestrial Contacts. Joe is the International Director of ICAR, ICAR, International Community for Alien Research. He is also the owner of the Paranormal Radio Network, and he will tell us about the different types of aliens that he and his team have found in some of his 12,000 investigations, along with the different types of contacts people have encountered. Are ETs in your neighborhood? Would you know who they are or what they look like? Think again, you may be surprised. All right, Joe, welcome.
Well, thank you, Pat. I appreciate the introduction. And I am International Director for the International Community for Alien Research. I'll give you a little spiel on who we are. We are the largest UFO organization in the world, on average 15 times larger than the 25,000 members. We have more than 12,500 abduction cases. And we're a little bit different than everybody else in the field. We do things, first off, we're very strict on what we consider to be legitimate information. And the organization has now been doing a comparison study for 11 years on contactees. Now, it all started, I was with MUFON for about 10 years with Walt Anders. I was a senior field investigator for him. But Walt was really a nuts and bolts ufologist, as most people should know, if you're familiar with him. He's a very nice guy, a good friend of ours, also a member of the International Community for Alien Research. But we were looking to do abduction studies, not MUFON's bag of tea. MUFON is really a UFO organization. So I was getting a little disenchanted, couldn't get anything going, was getting aggravated, got together with a group of MUFON directors. We did a comparison study on about 4,600 cases that we had on file. We had pulled from a bunch of different organizations. Went through it and we created what we call abduction criteria, which actually I'll be discussing tomorrow in the 303 lecture. But that got us the foundation for who and what we are. That's what got us started. It allowed us to start going through and saying, okay, we know the Greys are going to do this, the reptilians are going to do this, the humans are going to do this, the human beings are going to do this. The reason I really wanted, oh yeah, that's not a problem. The reason why I wanted to do types of aliens first is most people are familiar with the Greys. When I talk to people in general, they don't really know about the light beams. They're not sure about the little brown guys. Not many people know about Charles Hall's tall whites. It's just not things that you hear and feel that often. But there's also a lot of misnomers. So I think what we're going to do, we'll start with the least known, or the ones with the least amount of information on. I don't know how many people are familiar with the light beams. It's a poor description when we say light beams. They're more along pure energy, might be a better way of describing them. As far as we know, there's no physical technologies involved with this race at all. They seem to be able to move through time and space freely without any efforts. And if they are truly transforming aliens, it's them. They seem to be able to take any shape they want at any time they want. They're also the masters of the Greys. See, everybody always assumed the Greys work for the humans, or the Greys work for the reptilians, or so on and so forth. We learned about 15 years ago the Greys are much more advanced than either the reptilians or the human race. And I mean much more advanced. Probably in the order of 500 million, 800 million years more advanced than the other two races. And we found this out because of military abduction research, believe it or not. Myself, Randy Copain, Melinda Wesley, and a few others that I work with, we started realizing that when the reptilians or the humans were seen with the Greys, they always gave way to the Greys. In other words, if there was a Grey present and there was humans and reptilians, they were stepping out of the way. It didn't matter if it was a 3-foot Greys, a 6-foot Greys, a 9-foot Grey, it just didn't matter. They were getting out of their way. There was definitely fear there. There's no ifs, ands, or buts. All the contactees described it the same way. They said when the Greys were present, all the races, including humans,